Okay, let's see here. Let's make sure we're live. Okay. Make sure this one doesn't mess up. Okay, so let's share this link with everyone. Let me on live going over the market data and back testing convergence. Bring some questions. This week. Tag everyone. Okay. Why is this one? Whatever. Let's tweet this. I guess my thumbnail got messed up, but whatever. What air? Okay, let me tweet this out. Send now. Let me send it one more spot. Sorry guys. Hold on. Copy. Okay, what's up, Habits? What's up, my dude? And Mr. Wayne is in the house. Last screen worked, make 10%, really? Oh, we're gonna have to go over that, Wayne. We will go over that. This week was very, very good. I wish I would have gotten into a little bit more earlier on the week, but I didn't. Let me find some post-it notes here. You guys get to see my kid in the background too, sitting on the floor, hanging out. Okay, post that there. Post-it notes. I gotta get my post-its ready so I can write down all this back testing stuff. That's freaking good. What's up, Brant? Hey, let's do this, boys. We hit a amazing 200% play today. I did get out earlier than that, obviously, but I did keep some runners up to 200%, and then of course it ran even more. But we're not gonna complain about that at all. Okay, guys, so let's do some back testing on this convergence. So if you guys don't know what convergence is, I know several people ask me what it is, and maybe some of you don't know what it is, but I'm pretty sure the couple of you that are in here know what it is. But for the sake of the video, I'll go over convergence and what this tool is. It is my favorite tool to use if flow data looks like this. So if calls are above puts, like way above like it is here, it's divergent. And then we get a flip of the green or red convergence bars down here. Those are amazing entries to get into some long or short entries. But Yeah, I mean, it doesn't always go as perfectly as it did today, but still, nonetheless, convergence is the strength between price action relative to flow. So if price action is going very well and flow is very strong, then it should flip one way or the other. So in this case, green would be today because flow is very bullish. Calls were above puts. My last big play was Nokia. Bro, that was like 3 years ago. 2 years ago. You're late, my friend. Havits, we hit a 200% play today, dude. It ran pretty quick to like 20, 30%, and then it just shot up to the moon right after that. As you can see over here on SPY. Okay, so let's go over convergence. We're gonna start from Tuesday, because Monday we had Memorial Day, so there was no market. The market was closed on Monday. So let's go to Tuesday, the 29th. Let me write all this down, because after I write all this information down, that I make a thread on Twitter to show you guys how awesome convergence is. So what was the date? The 29th, right? No, 30th. Wait. Tuesday the 30th. Tuesday the 30th, May 30th. Okay, so we're going to go through each convergence bar trade here and see if it worked out or not. We'll scroll over to... Actually, I need to take screenshots. I forgot, because I need to post these later. So let me screenshot them, because it disappears sometimes. And then I can also draw on it. Okay. This was... Is that right? Am I looking at this right? Why does it do that, bro? I meant to press 30th. This is the right one. 30th. I must have chose the week before on accident. Okay. So here's this one. Yep. Okay, delete this one. Aspen, turn that down, please, baby. Turn it down. I'm trying to talk. She's got her freaking iPad blasting. Okay, so I mean, what would you guys count this one? So it did flip red barely there. I mean, I would have counted that, so I'll count that one as an L, because it did flip red right here, and then it immediately went up. So I'm gonna count that one as an L. Let's see if there's another one. It did flip red right here. It's about there. I'd have to look and see the exact times. But that, please turn that down, Aspen. Hold on, guys. It's not funny. Sorry, guys. Okay. So this one would have hit pretty well. So let me scroll over to that day, the 30th, and then make sure what time exactly that flipped red. It's so hard to pinpoint it. 1:11:16. So what is that? 8:16, like 8:15 a.m. on Tuesday. So let's go over to Tuesday here. 5-minute chart. Excuse all my lines. I need to delete some of these. Gosh, there's so many lines. I'm gonna delete most of these actually, just so we can see it better. Delete, 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 delete. Okay, Tuesday, May. Tuesday, May 30th. Okay, here we go. Tuesday, let me make sure you can see it on screen here. Tuesday at 8:15 a.m. was right here. Let's see where that went after that convergence hit. 8:15. Right there. So it did hit right there. It did come down a little bit, came back up, and then it went down after that. So let's see. I'd count that one as a dub. Let's go back. Yeah, I mean, I'd count that one as a dub. Okay, that one was a win. Let me just go back over to my snippet. And then this one looks like a dub too. Yep. That one was a fat dub. And then this one. Right on that dot. I don't know why sometimes when it flips red, it doesn't show the dots, and sometimes it does. Because it makes it a lot easier to know where it hit when the dots come out. That one was a good one. Aspen, please be quiet. Gee. Okay. So four red convergence trades on Tuesday. 1 loss, 3 wins. 3 for 4. Okay, let me... Aspen, please, kid. You guys, this is really hard with a freaking kid. Okay, let me copy, paste this. Okay, I have that one for Tuesday, May 30th. Sorry, guys, I'm thinking in my head so I can post these later. Okay, so that was Tuesday. Let's go to Wednesday. 3 wins and 1 loss for Tuesday. Let's go to Wednesday. Okay, so this one, I just count this one as a wash trade because... Oh, I need to screenshot it. So in the morning of Wednesday, when flow is really choppy like this, I tend to not get in at all. So I'll just count that one as a wash trade because it went... Like the first 15 or so minutes, I don't really trade convergence at all. So this one did flip a lot because there's not enough data, so you can't really count it. So let's see, it was gray, 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 and then it flipped green here, it looks like. No, it didn't. It's so hard to see. No, I don't think it flipped green there. It did flip green here, though. You can see that one. That was a decent one, but then it flipped gray right away. I mean, I'll just count this one as 1 full trade. Instead of 2 wins, that'd just be 1 win. W there. And then here, I think on Wednesday is when this one worked out, didn't it? It flipped gray or green and then it flipped red. So I think this one was a 2 dub because it flipped green and then red right away because the flow flip. I think we're gonna count that one as two wins because it's two different convergences. So that's 2 dubs there. So that one went 3 for 3, I'd say. Do 3 for 3 on June 1st. Oh no, sorry, May 31st. That's my bad. May 31st, and then June 1st is Thursday, which was yesterday. Let's go over to May 1st, or June 1st. Screenshot this. Okay, so this one flipped green slightly, but then it flipped red. Huh. What do you guys think of this one? I think this one might be a wash trade because it flipped green and then it flipped red and then it went straight up after that. This was an interesting one because this was the day that got me really mad that I didn't get into a trade. Yeah, yesterday. But then flow started to get really bearish here, and then bulls started to take back over after a little while, after the nice run up here, after it crossed back over. That was an excellent crossover trade right there. But this green convergence worked. This one, let's see if this one did too. Yep, that one did too. I might just count this one as a wash trade, this. And then we have 2 wins. 2 wins and no losses. Yeah, we'll do that one. 2 for 2. Only 1 loss in 3 days, guys. Oh, I need to post this. 6-1. I forgot to send the Wednesday one too, so let me redraw that one, guys. Hold on. Y'all on the Discord, make sure you join. Hey, thank you, Wayne. Sorry, guys, I'm not really talking. I'm kind of just focused on this real quick. Once I backtest all these, we can talk about convergence again. So this was the annoying one. Wash trade. I don't think we counted that one. What did we go? 3 for 3 there? Yeah, one win here. W. And then 2 wins here. Ooh, that was a terrible arrow. Oh, I need to get like a ruler or something. Okay, 2 W's. 2 W. Okay, let me post this one. 531. Okay, so let's go over to today's. Today's was really good. This is today's. So this green convergence would have worked in the morning. We did catch a nice move up, but obviously I don't get in the first 15 minutes, so I did not count that one. Gray convergence. It did flip green slightly here, so I mean, for the sake of the video, we're going to count this one as a loss because it turned green here and then it went down about $1. So we're going to count that one as an L. This green convergence here, though, was freaking amazing. This is the one that I got in. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the one that I got in. So it did pivot off of the 424 level, and then it went up, which we kind of expected here. But it did flip green and then gray and then back green again because flow is extremely divergent. You got to pay attention to... I can't talk. You have to pay attention to when flow is very divergent like it is, like it was today. So right about at this time, it was about like a 15 or so $1 million divergence between puts, maybe even more because puts were well below zero. But anyways, that's a W. And then this one too was a W. We have to have some losses in here, guys. It's just insane how good this is. Here's another divergence change. This one only went up like 50 cents or so, but I'm going to count that one too. And this one. You guys, that's freaking insane. So there's another W. So 4 wins, 1 loss for today. 4 for 5. I'll freaking count that. All right, so let's do a grand total here. So we have only 2 losses this week, and then out of 4, 7, 9, 14. So it went 12 for 14 win-loss ratio. What percentage is that? 12 divided by 14. 85% win rate. You guys, this is freaking insane, guys. And you can increase your chances. Like today, I got into 1 trade. That's it. So if you do want to have that 80 or so win rate with convergence, basically, I've been backtesting this for a very, very long time. But just been doing it on live the last 2 weeks. So last Friday, I did go over convergence as well. So if you want to watch that live, you can go check that out from last Friday. But today it's pretty consistent, like 80% or above. Yeah, guys, I don't even have words. It just makes me speechless how amazing this tool is. But yeah, like I said earlier, you can increase your chances of success if flow is divergent, like it is here. Calls are way, way above puts. And then once convergence flips green, you can have a very high chance of obtaining profit if you go the right way of flow. So right here, you can see convergence is really picking up. I guarantee you SPY is starting to climb really high. Is it above 428? It is. Look at that. It's freaking insane, guys. Look at this. We're almost at 429. Oh, brother. This is the 429 level. We've gone up so much today. It's freaking insane. So 100%. It's pretty much 100%. You can... if you get really good entries on convergence, you can really make some good money like we did today. It's, I don't know what else to say, guys. It's nuts. Yeah, ES is about to hit 4,300. Yep. I mean, SPY is at 429 practically. It's nuts. But that's just the power of flow and convergence. When you utilize all these tools together, you can really catch some dubs. And if you guys aren't in the Discord, I can show you what we got what we got going on here. Let me post it over here. There's my ugly face right here. Look, this was just from today. So this play actually hit 300%. It's probably higher now. If you want my honest opinion, let me see what it's at right now. Yeah, those calls I made earlier today are at 300% still. So yeah, freaking sucks. Anyways, if you guys have any questions about convergence, I can go over it. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward. You get in when the color flips. There's like, it's just as easy as that, really. It's kind of crazy to even talk about, because usually there's a lot of other details that you have to go through in trading. But this backtesting that I've been doing is just because of convergence. The win rate is just solely by taking convergence flips. It is freaking nuts. What are your exits? Yeah, so that's a really good question, because if you get into convergence flips and you're in a play, when do you take profits usually? So I usually tell people that when it flips back gray, you should get out of the position fully. But today that was a little bit different because I saw that flow was divergent. So I did hold a position through a little gray. I think I did get in a little bit earlier before this big leg up. I think I got in maybe around this area or so. But I do start taking profits around 20%. And everyone in the group knows that I like the 10, 15, 20% range to start taking profits. And then I do set stop losses in profits, and then kind of just like a trailing stop loss. But I do take most of my profits around 20 to 30% and then leave runners. So that 200% play, I did not hold full position, just so you guys know. That's the only way to stay consistent as I am. I feel like you do have to take profits pretty early on. And especially 0DTs, you should be taking profits pretty early on. And then cut losers quick. I've learned that one. That's a very good question, Glenn. If you want me to go into a little bit more detail of what I did like today, I'd be happy to do that. Do you incorporate other parts of trading text like 0DT, Jex? Yes, sir, Kevin. Kevin, I don't know if you're in the Discord or not, but I do incorporate 0DT, Jex quite a bit. And Post Up 2K can tell you that. He's in the Discord, I know that for sure. But yeah, I do incorporate the 0DT Jex here. I do look and see which ones are the highest negative, and then that usually acts as my target. So in this case, the large gamma exposure towards the end of the day is 430. Never know it'll get there, but I've noticed that during the morning times it's a little bit better and more accurate. But I do use these levels as support and resistances too. Good question. That's probably like my number 2 tool to be using is gamma exposure levels. I do use those as take profit levels too, so yeah, good question. I have traded futures in the past, but I pretty much almost exclusively trade SPY. That's pretty much all I trade. Yeah, SPY is the only one I trade, but futures, it would work almost exactly the same as this right here. You can use the MarketNet flow to get into trades. I help my dad out sometimes. So I show him MarketNet flow and kind of tell him what's going on, because he likes to trade futures contracts, ES specifically. So he buys into futures contracts when convergence flips sometimes. I let him use my subscription. But yeah, I mean, it works almost the same. It moves with SPY. Futures and ES and all that move together. Whoa, Wayne, are you actually up 10% this week? There's no way, bro. Are you actually up 10% in your portfolio? Hold on, someone going over it on stream. Uh-oh, my kid's gone. She's gone. I'm gonna have to go find her. She is crazy, guys. But I had to get on live for the boys. Wayne, if you're up 10%, dude, post on profits. I gotta see that. Maybe I'll make a little video on that. Cause yeah, you've been killing it. You and Boat and Tensedden. I don't know his real name, but I know your guys' Discord user profiles. Tensedden is up a ton. 9%, dude. That's amazing in a week. Congrats. 10% in a week. Oh, you did? I never saw it. Oh wow, you did post it. All right, guys. Here, I'm gonna post this here. So this is Wayne. Wayne's up 9.18% in his account in a week. Is insane. Boat made $400 today. Yeah, Tensedden's up 200% this month. And then earlier last week, Wayne. Yeah, the 26th or whatever day that was, you were up 4%. I appreciate you boys posting there. Oh, I was gonna go over my trade today. That's what I was gonna do. So let's do that. Okay, so someone asked about my take profit levels. So I did get into calls right here at 7:21 a.m. Pacific time. So that was, what is that Eastern? Like 10:20ish Eastern time. I got into calls. It did go a little bit red. I think it went like 15-20% red, and then it shot right up about 10 minutes later. But yeah, it was 4% green there, and then almost immediately it went 20%. I think this is when I started cutting. Dun, dun. Oh yeah, see, I said trimming most, leaving runners, solid play. I had two runners. So usually when I do get into trades, I do 20 contracts or so. In this case, I took pretty much all of my profits, around 20-25%, and then I only left 10% of my I usually leave a couple more, especially if I'm up that high, but I did take pretty much everything, and then I held two of my runners until 200% right there. But yeah, everyone in my Discord knows I like taking profits around 20-25% or so. This time I did trim a little bit more aggressively. It just depends on how I feel. I wish I would have held longer, but you know, it is what it is. Profit is profit, boys. And I think that was like one of my only like 2, 3, maybe even 4 trades I did this week. That's it. Yesterday I did try to go against flow, and I did lose 10%, 9% I think. But that was the only trade I got into yesterday. But then today I completely made up for that small loss. I think it was, who was it, Glenn, that asked about that. Hold on, I'm gonna mute my mic real quick, guys, so I can yell at my kid and see if she's okay. Okay. I didn't want to blow your guys' ears out. Okay, so do any of you guys have any questions about anything at all? If not, we can just chill and watch the market. Pretty much just pump. It's freaking pumping, guys. And then I think we might have a couple of questions on Discord. Hold on. Oh, BJ, Brant's up 8%. Dang, shout out Brant. Brant's up almost 9% in his portfolio. Ugh. Can you go over EMA bands? First time really using it. Have a few friends that are using it. Are you talking about these? Are you talking about these right here? If you're talking about those, hold on. Let me just screenshot it for him. Let me make sure. So we have a question about the EMA clouds here. So let me clarify and make sure that I know what he's talking about. Because these are really useful to use, guys. These EMA clouds, I almost exclusively use these two for my indicator on SPY or on TradingView charts. I don't really use RSI too much or anything other of that matter. I usually only use EMAs. He's asking, no. They're called, what are they? Ripster EMA. Okay, so I got clarification in here. Let me blow this up a little bit. Okay, so let me... My algo's not working. I need to figure out why that's not working. But these are Ripster EMA clouds. These are my favorite to use because it limits a lot of the noise on my charts. I like clean charts. I don't like really trend lines or anything like that. So I use EMAs. So what these are, let me see exactly what EMAs they use. Hold on. I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure exactly what EMA clouds they are, but I can show you on Webull what it looks like with just the two EMAs. So I usually use the 9 and the 15 EMAs to kind of predict the trend. And I'm pretty sure it's almost similar on these EMA clouds. It's about the same. I think they use the 9 and 15. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But it's relatively similar. So if I pull up my Webull chart here, you can see it a little bit better. So you can see that there's a white and black line on my chart. Those, in a sense, are the EMA clouds on my TradingView chart. So ideally, once you see a break above if you see price move above the yellow, I can't speak right now. If you see price move above the white or black line, that is a very good trend. And if it bounces off of them, those are usually your ideal entries. So if you combine these EMAs with market net flow, convergence, and it's above these, you have a very good odds of profit here. So this is when I did get into some calls. So I did get into some calls when it broke above this EMA. I think I might have gotten in around this area, 425.40-ish. I might have gone in a little bit too early because it did pull back a little bit and then bounced off of this white line. This would be the 15 EMA on my chart. So if we go back over to TradingView, you can see when that happened. So I mean, we were already above the EMAs regardless at the very open, but you can see it pulled back and then bounced right off of this 424 level, and it never did turn red. So that was a really good entry. And then it broke above it. I think I got in around here. Yeah, on the Webull chart, you could see it's almost the same chart, but it did pull back and then bounce right off of the EMA cloud again. And that's what it's been doing all day today. See that? So it did break down below the EMA cloud here a little bit. So you probably, if you would have taken shorts there, you would have gotten stopped out. I think I did try something like that yesterday. Yeah, right here. I did get in a little bit earlier yesterday. I tried to play puts right here when it broke a little bit below the EMA cloud, but then it shot back up. But I mean, that was a risk because flow is super bullish. So you got to look at flow. You can see that I probably wouldn't have taken puts here because flow is extremely bullish all day today. It's basically all I use the EMAs for. I play it for good entries and what the trend's like. They're awesome to have. They're really awesome. Let me make sure that explains it for him. That's basically all EMAs are used for, is just for trends and good entries. Yeah, glad that cleared that up for you, Mr. Cam. Cam. How many? Okay, we have quite a few people in here. It's been a good day though, regardless. Okay, so look at this. So just live, you guys can see we are breaking down below the EMA cloud a little bit. Convergence is dying out a little bit, but I would not be playing puts there. I would play puts if it broke down below, turned red, and then came back up and retested it while convergence was gray. Possibly. But yeah, guys. Let's see what 0DT Jex is looking like. $428 heading up, 427 coming down a bit, 429 heading down a little bit, and 430 is going down. But it's a little bit mixed there for 0DT Jex, so I mean I wouldn't be taking anything this late in the day anyway. Can you go over the gray area convergence? Let me make sure I know what you're talking about here. Which one? But anyways, I think Cam wants me to go over gray convergence from today. Okay, yeah. So whenever I see a gray convergence bar pop up from like green or so for example from today, usually what that means is it's going to be either choppy, one, or two, it's going to do the opposite of flow, or just to stay out. Usually I just stay out, especially when flow is super bullish like it is today. I don't play the opposite of flow when it's this bullish. But that's what it usually means. One, it's going to be choppy in price action. Two, it's going to be opposite of flow, or just stay out. So in this case, gray convergence turned gray right here. So since it turned gray up here, it would have indicated that it was either going to be choppy, indecision or it was going to head down, which it did go down a little bit, but not really enough to make a play out of it. And then it immediately flipped green right after that. Same thing happened up here. It was a little bit choppy around 14:03 Eastern time. So what is that? 2 p.m. Eastern and then 11 a.m. my time, 11 a.m. Pacific. So you can see it got a little bit choppy here. It headed up a little bit on green convergence and then it turned gray again and it went a little bit down from like 428 to like 427-ish. That's not like that great of an example, so maybe yesterday's was a little bit better of an example. But this is like more advanced stuff. Let's see. From yesterday. Yeah, so this is a good example here, Cam. So you can see that flow was bullish up here. We had a pretty nice divergence earlier on in the day, but there was gray convergence up here, and see how it did the exact opposite of what flow said. Calls were above, and then gray convergence flipped, and we headed from like 418 to 416.5, 416, so like a $2 move down. That's a good example of what gray convergence can do. It flipped back. Where were we? Wednesday? It did a little bit similar too. So here, see how flow is super bullish. And then it flipped gray here. You can see we just chopped around for a little bit. And then here too, it flipped gray. Here, let me just screenshot it actually so I can draw pictures. So that's about where it flipped gray convergence down here on Wednesday. You can see how flow was super, super bullish. And then it flipped gray, and then we had a little downwards move from like 418 to 417-ish, 417.5. And then it flipped back green again. But still pretty choppy. SPY is dumping from EMA cloud. Yeah, look at that. So if this flips red, it looks like it might flip red. It's coming back up to retest that EMA. If this turns gray, it could mean we could fall back down to like 427-ish. So gray is usually a choppy area, you could say. Would that be a bad time to take entries or prefer to take puts when gray? So again, when gray convergence comes out, it's the opposite of what flow is. So if flow was bullish, or sorry, bearish, and it turned gray, it could mean it could go up. But what I do is I usually just tend to stay out. Whenever it flips gray, I don't really take a play. I like to take high probable trades. So like when it flows bullish like this and it flips green, that's a very high probable play. So on the contrary, if puts were above calls in this case, let me see if I can find a day for you. There's got to be a day where puts were above. Maybe this one. Yeah, this might be a good example. This is a little bit messy, but still, we did chop around this day, whatever day this was. But you can see what happens here. So that one probably wouldn't have been a good one, but this one was midday. See how puts were above calls in this case? When convergence flipped red here, we did get a nice downward move from like 411.4, 411.40 to like 410.80. So that's like a 60-cent move or so midday. It's not too bad. Same thing here. Flipped red. It flipped red actually twice. That one, the second one wasn't all that great, but I mean, it's still the same idea, right? We got a nice downward move when flow is super divergent, bearish. It's not the best example, but you get the picture. Oh, let's see. We have another question here. Hold on. Sorry, I'm moving my camera so I can see the freaking. I gotta move my screen over because my camera's right in the way of my my stream here. Okay, here we go. Why can I not see the question? Hold on, guys. Sorry. There we go. Okay. Multi-way holdings. Wait. MWG. What is that? Mysterious. I'm sorry. I have no idea what you're talking about, bro. Mysterious. I'm sorry, bro. Okay, so look at this. So it looks like gray convergence is probably starting. See, it just gave us a little gray triangle. We are down below the EMA clouds here, so we could pull back a little bit more since we're below these EMAs. So we'll see what happens. We're at like 428.10. Let's see what's going on here. Although flow is very bullish, so you have to take that into effect. We could get another like gray convergence like we did earlier today, where it just flips gray for like slightly and then it heads back up, where it flips back green. That is very likely when flow is really very 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 bullish. It's just really nice trend days. If you guys have any more questions, please let me know. I should probably take like a 2-second break. I'm probably going to leave for like 2 minutes to go see what my kid is doing. She's probably getting into something. So we'll see. I will be right back. Watch SPY. Okay, guys, she got into stuff, but we won't talk about it. Brother. That's what happens when you leave kids alone for like 5 minutes. It just all shit breaks loose. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. Okay, so a little bit gray convergence still. We are still below that EMA cloud. Let me look and see here. Yeah, you can see it a little bit better here. So you can see that we're below that 15 EMA, the white line. We'll see what happens. Oh, man. It looks fairly weak, so I mean, I wouldn't have taken a short anyway, just because of how bullish we've been, no matter what. Pretty good week for a short one. Yeah, we only had 4 days. The convergence, it went 12 for 14, Wayne. I don't know if you heard that. 12 for 14 trades this week were wins. They were wins in a sense if you would have taken profits like within, if you were in like a 0 DTE and it moved up 50 cents or more. I think we came to the consensus with Bices last week that if it was 50-cent move or above, that's a win. If it was break even to like 25 cents or so, that was a wash trade, and 50 cents or below would have been a loss. So those wins would have been, you would have had to take profits within like 50 cents or so, which for a 0 DT is very good. That's at least like 20%, I want to say. That's why I trim, guys. So that's exactly why I take profits pretty soon, or like relatively quick, is because you never know exactly where it's going to go. So if convergence flips green, let's say, it can immediately flip back gray, and then you can lose a lot of profits. Or it can go south pretty quick too. So that's why I cut along the way. Insane with the $5 million divergence worked. Are you talking about earlier on in the day? Like at the very beginning? Oops. I just moved the stream. What did I do? Hold on, guys. What did I do? I messed up big time. Oh no, I think that's fine. Ugh. Are y'all ready for the weekend? We don't have another long weekend though, so I'm kind of happy we have a full week next week. I don't know if there's anything very... Is there anything important going on? I don't think so. Other than the debt ceiling vote. But it's looking pretty promising, obviously. I think everything's priced in already. We've been just straight mooning the last 2 days. We went from like 4... What did we... We were at... Yesterday, we were just at like 411, I want to say. Maybe 412? Oh no, 416. So we were at like 416.75 yesterday, and then we've gone up $12. We've gone up $12 in a day. Or in 2 days, 2 trading days. It's freaking nuts. For our strategy, it's 100%. What when you have to play the flow divergence and then the flips to green, it's pretty much. I mean, yeah. So yesterday I went against flow. So that loss that I took yesterday was because I didn't. It was more risky, but it was worth the shot. That was the only loss I took this week. But yeah, flow is divergent, and then you get into the convergence on the flip. It's good stuff. You hardly ever see this when calls are that like 30 million and then puts are well below 0. I went downstairs. And my wife bought her like these stupid like bead foam things, and they stick to everything, but they also break off into those little tiny like bead foam things, and it's just everywhere. I went down there and she was like pouring those with water, and I'm gonna have to clean that up after this. I just had no patience. I literally just saw her and I was just like, you're fine. I'll just let you do what you want so I can stream. The joys of being a parent. But I do have a giant mess to clean up after this. I'm not looking forward to that. That's what happens when you work at home and your wife wants to work. Like, my wife will not stay home. Like, she has the opportunity if she really wanted to be at home, but she'd much rather be out and working. So I get stuck at home with the kids. So I'm pretty much a stay-at-home dad. I get to deal with the messes. I'm fine with it. I mean, it just sucks when I want to get on streams like this. You guys wonder why I don't like get on voice and stuff. It's because of her. And then on top of that, we're likely going to have another kid. So it's fun, guys. So just bear with me. I try my very best for especially the guys in the Discord. I try for you guys. I go on live and I have my screen and my PC on all day so you guys can see this convergence chart that I'm showing you guys right now, and then when the algo is good. It looks like gray convergence is working, by the way, Wayne. Look at this. We had a nice... We came back up, retested those EMAs, and we moved down about 25 cents or so, quarter. But I'm going to go over the... I'll post the convergence back testing that I did on Twitter so everyone can see it, or you can just watch the video again. I do get very boring talking on video. Oh, it's coming back up again. SPY is just crazy, dude. Oh, she's coming up right now. I can hear her footsteps. Let's see what she says. Aspie. What are you doing? Come in here and tell everyone what you just got into. Let me see your face. Do you have Nutella all over it still? Okay, let me see. You do have Nutella all over it, but that's okay. She has Nutella on her, but here, let's tell everyone what you just got into.
Water.
What else?
Berries.
Okay, hold on. Don't engulf on the. Don't like stick your mouth in the mic. Tell everyone what you just did.
Get into water.
And what else?
To
What did you use the water for?
For the Barbies.
What did you put in the sink?
Phone.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that, right? Okay, let's not kiss the mic. Okay,
No.
go watch your show.
One more
Okay,
thing.
say one more thing to everyone.
Nutella.
Okay, Nutella. Perfect, guys. Okay, go watch the show. Okay, if you're good for the next 10 minutes or so, Daddy will go clean up your mess and, I don't know, give you a treat or something. I don't know. Thank you for being good and watching the show. You can take the charger off now. Okay? Thank you. There was a little session of Aspen. Other than that, guys, like today was very good. I made up for my little loss that I had yesterday. I took little wins early on in the week, but days like today is when you really take advantage. So I did go full position on the calls here, and we did do very well. But yeah, guys, I think I'm going to head off now. If you guys don't have any more questions, I probably will head off a little bit early before market closes so I can go clean up that mess. But I'll give you guys like 2 more minutes. If you do have any more questions, I don't mind staying on a little bit longer if you do have questions. If not, I'll just head out. I'll give you guys like 2 minutes to respond. Yeah, because we've been live for an hour and 5 minutes. I need some people to talk to on these streams, man. I get so bored. We'll get like, I need to get like Luis on here, who was just in here at the very beginning. And then other people too. All right, guys. Since no one has questions, I will head out. I will see you guys next week.